Hi everybody, this is Dr. Amber Mele'ha. Welcome to 1010 2019, getting towards the end of the year here. October 10th, and what a beautiful time of the year this is. There's a lot of different energy shifting. We're going into a full moon in Aries. So right now for 1010 we're in Pisces. So Aries is also about new beginnings. So let's talk a little about 10. That's the 1 and the 0. The 1 always is new beginnings. And then of course 0, we come full circle at this time. So we're putting together two things that seem like they come from different worlds. Like one is very, out there, full circle. We've done everything, we've been everywhere, and now we have new beginnings. So let me separate those two for just a minute and say 1 by itself, along with being a part of new beginnings, is being a leader, being the first, and being able to really take the energy of these numbers to manifest your dreams and move forward in life. And I hope that everyone who is listening and seeing this has dreams. But the number now, the 1010, is to put that energy of making it happen, letting it happen, bringing in the cosmic energy so that it will happen, so that you can move forward. And with the 0, you realize that everything is one. We are all complete in this one circle together. And it's all the same. We all are derived from the same essence. We have the same molecular makeup. We are inhabiting the same planet. So animals and humans might not have the same molecular makeup, but here we are breathing the same air, living under the same sun and moon. So we all share that essence of one. And I think that's really important, especially in these times, that we do that. So when we put the 1 and the all together, that is how we bring our spirituality into the world. We take it to places that we normally wouldn't take it. We learn to connect with people from a place in our hearts.
Sorry.
That place is where spirit lives in all of us. And perhaps we will create things that we wouldn't have otherwise. You can put it back. I'll just have to do another little. Yeah. The 10 is also very deep in the subconscious. So those programs that kind of run us, those are what's coming up now. And do we have a connection that we can use to shine some divine light on those programs so that we can have the personal development and the spiritual awakening that is really what we're here for, isn't it? We're here to wake up. And so when we use this numerology and the astrology together, and also we use the cards and the words of the star mothers, then we have this trifecta of amazing energy that is going with us, flowing with us, that can be really the support system that we need during these wild and crazy times going on in the world. So as 10 is playing more with us in our lives, there is a place of and a time to really feel forgiveness for people and ourselves, and to release those things that have held us back, release those old programs. And as we make those kinds of transformations in our lives, then we open up a new space. And isn't that what's wonderful? Because we can bring our soul into a new space. We can have a new beginning with our soul when we've let go of those things that have been driving us, that aren't real, that aren't divine. Along with that comes that time of bringing some more stability in our lives. Once we are letting go of these programs and we have that kind of stability, then what can we do with it? We can take care of ourselves. We can ask for support when we need it. We can learn to listen to our hearts. Learn to listen to our hearts, our intuition, that beautiful inner voice. And then we can have good messages, wonderful messages that we tell ourselves instead of the things that we sometimes say that are not so supportive. And so when 10 comes together with 10 on 10-10, what we have is a number 2. We have 1 and 1. And 2 can mean duality, but I like to look at it in terms of balance. That's what's exciting for me, is that we have 1 here and we have 1 here, and that we can bring balance and harmony in our everyday life and also in the growth of our soul. Now what I'd like to do is bring Star Center 10, the Divine Masculine, into the conversation here. This is a message from the Star Mothers. This is what they have said about Star Center 10. Your connection to the sacred masculine is the bright and shining face of the divine. Through him you are forward movement, intense, consuming, protective, and energetic. Your left palm is open and facing downward to impart his vitality. Allow the penetrating potency of his outward spiral. Allow the penetrating potency of his outward spiral to charge and focus your transformation. Star Center 10. And you can see how this graphic is all of those things. It's bright and shining, and it's potent and penetrating and energetic, filled with vitality. I love to see and hear how the Star Mother's words interface with the numerology that happens. So we're talking about 1 and new beginnings and all that there is. And in this message on the Lemurian Codes for Healing cards is that it's charging your new beginnings, and it's potent and it's moving forward. And I'm always just delighted to see how those two things, the astrology, the numerology, and the astronomy, and the Star Mothers, always come together. So speaking of Star Mothers, they would like to say something now to all of us about the number 10 and the numerology of the day. So if you'd like to take a moment to just close your eyes, take a breath, and just allow the Star Mothers to step in as I do. Allow them to be around you, for they truly are a part of our sacred circle all the time. Dear Shining Ones, we step into this beautiful day through our Mele'ha, and we greet you and we say, 10 is the perfect number for what you're experiencing in your numerology. Of course, you know that in our time and space, these markings don't exist, but we love to play with you in this field because there is so much potential. There is so much to stir up inside of our shining children. So let us have that happen with the 10. And imagine that we are going to give you a different graphic than the 1 and the 0, that's a circle. We're going to say that, imagine that the 0 is the top of a big cauldron, not a tiny little circle, but the top of a big cauldron, and the 1 is something to stir with. And we're stirring in both directions because we're stirring the clockwise spiral and the counterclockwise spiral. We want to bring the energy of the heavens in, and we want to bring the energy of the earth up into this magical brew that we're making here on 1010. And we want to bring that through to you. You are that center point between heaven and earth. And as you open yourself to feeling those energies of what is this magical time and what can we create, what can we move forward together? What is that? We're very excited. So we ask you right now to look at your lives and see what is it that is sticking. Not stuck, but sticking. What is it that keeps you from moving forward? What is it that you would like to bring to the world that you haven't been able to? And use this time, use this energy, because it is very full and it is for you. So put those things into the big pot, stir it up in both directions, and release it to the heavens and release it to the earth and say, so it is. The will of the universe will be done, and you will move forward. You will bring your gifts into the world. You will be able to touch lives just as your life has been touched. You will see what it is. You will feel what it is that is the divine spark bubbling up inside of you, because we are that spark, and we are standing with you, inside you, outside you, around you, to bring this forward. There's so much energy in this time. We ask that each day you envision this creation between heaven and earth that you are, that everything that you are manifesting is, and use the energy all month of the 10 to bring forward your spiritual gifts, your beautiful gifts into this world. We are waiting. The world is waiting. We are helping, we are watching, we are advising in those quiet times when you can hear our voices. We are speaking to you. So please know that you are not in this alone. Even though one can be only one, at this time, especially when it is 10:10, there is not one, there are two, and we are together with you. So take a breath with me now. And allow that energy, the energy of what we have just said to you, let that come through and settle inside of you. How do you feel right now? Are you excited? Is there less sticking? There's already movement. We know it. We feel it. And we are part of that. And you are beloved children. Of course you are part of that. You were born to do this. This is your time. Let us tell you this. You have had a choice all along. You have had a choice to stand back or to come forward. Now we tell you, what do you think it is time for? Yes, absolutely. With the 1 and the 0, with the Aries, with the Star Mothers, with the Divine Masculine, it is time to use this vitality to move forward in a sacred way, in a way where you are listening to your DNA and know what your purpose is. You were born knowing that in Lemuria. That was your gift. And you can know that again. All you need to do is go inside, listen, bring it forth, and we will help in the manifestation. Why else would we be here all of the days of your life? So we step back now. We complete our time in this circle of 1010. We thank you all for being with us. We thank our beloved Mele'ha for being our voice. And we ask that you take the very best care of yourselves, for you are our shining, beloved children. We step back. And take a breath. And another. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Thank you, Star Mothers, for bringing this beautiful information today, for giving us a diving platform into the beautiful sea of consciousness that there is waiting for us. So my best to all of you on 10/10 and for the whole month of 10 as your manifestations continue to unfold. Thank you for being with me. My love to all of you. And more, and more, and more.